This is the corrections video for lesson 36. A couple of quick reminders. We start with natural. To go up 1/2 step, we add a sharp. To go down 1/2 step, we add a flat. To go up 2/2 steps, we have a double sharp, and down 2/2 steps is a double flat. Also, our perfect intervals, which are 1s, 4s, 5s, and 8s, can only move in two directions. They can become augmented, which you'll learn about next time, and diminished, which you'll learn about next time. They cannot become minor. Our intervals that start major, which is our 2s, 3s, 6s, and 7s, can be made bigger, augmented for next week, can become smaller 1 time, minor, which is what we're talking about right now, and 2 times diminished, which you will learn about next time. All right, so a minor interval is when we take a major interval and make it smaller. So, first we're going to go through and put down the numbers of these intervals. This is a 2nd, 3rd, 7th, 3rd, 7th, 6th, 2nd. All right. This is F on the bottom, so we'll use the key of F. G on the bottom, key of G. C on the bottom, key of C. F, G, and C. F has a B flat in it. G has an F sharp in it. C has nothing as far as sharps and flats go. So, this first one right here is going to be a minor 2nd because that G flat on the top should be a G if it's major, but since it's a G flat, we've made it smaller 1 time, that makes it minor. Okay, next up we have key of G. That top note should normally be a B, but we've made it B flat, so that makes it a minor 3rd. Now this one's tricky. In the key of G, F should normally have a sharp on it, but this one doesn't. So if we come back up here, we see that it used to be sharp and now it's natural, so we have made it smaller 1 time by lowering the top note a 1/2 step, so that is a minor 7th. Next, in the key of C, we should only have natural, so the fact that we have a flat tells us that it's minor. Key of F, we only have B flats, so this E flat does not belong, it is minor. In the key of G, we should have E naturals, but this is an E flat, so we've made it smaller 1 time, which makes it minor. And now in the key of C, we should have D natural, and this is D flat, so we've made it smaller 1 time, which makes it minor. Okay, now it wants us to create minor intervals. So we will start by just drawing the interval up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a 2nd, a 7th, a 2nd, a 6th, a 3rd, and a 7th. Okay, bottom note is F, C, G, C, F, G, C, and F. We're going to use the same key signatures that we did before. So, in the key of F, this A is diatonic. We want to make it not diatonic, we want to make it minor, so we're going to make it smaller by a 1/2 step by lowering the top note. Key of C, this A is diatonic. We want to make it smaller by a 1/2 step, so we add a flat. In the key of G, the A is diatonic. We want to make it smaller by a 1/2 step, so we add a flat. In the key of C, the B is diatonic, so we make it smaller by a 1/2 step by adding a flat. In the key of F, G is diatonic. We want to make it smaller by a 1/2 step. In the key of G, E is diatonic, so we want to make it smaller by a 1/2 step. In the key of C, E is diatonic. We want to make it smaller by a 1/2 step. And in the key of F, E is diatonic, so we want to make it smaller by a 1/2 step. You will not always just add a flat. As we learned right here, we had to take away a sharp. Okay. Lastly, on exercise 3, it wants us to name the interval and indicate whether it is perfect, major, or minor. So let's go ahead and name our bottom notes so that we can know what keys we're going to be using. Key of F, key of F, key of G, key of G, key of C, key of F, key of C. Now we're going to figure out our numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a third, seventh, fourth, third, and sixth. Okay, now remember that the flats are not necessarily indicators of what they're going to be. So we have to go through and figure out, does the top note belong to the key signature at the bottom? Right? So in the key of F, E is diatonic, which means it's going to either be major or perfect. And sevenths are major. In the key of F, D is diatonic. This is a sixth, and sixths are major. In the key of G, B is diatonic, and since it is diatonic, thirds are major. Next up, we have key of G. In the key of G, F is supposed to be sharp. So this is not diatonic, meaning we've made it smaller by a half step. It's a minor seventh. That's one of those tricky ones. It's minor even though there's not a flat on that top note. Next up, we have a fourth, which if it's diatonic will be perfect. So C, in the key of C, F belongs to that scale, and so this is a perfect fourth. Up next, in the key of F, A is diatonic, but we have an A flat, so we've made it smaller by a half step, meaning it's minor. And lastly, in the key of C, A is diatonic, so A flat has been made smaller by a half step. It is a minor sixth.